So I've been getting this question a lot and more frequently now than before, simply because of the cases of coronavirus and COVID-19, especially in the United States. You know, it's spreading rapidly and it's affecting a lot of people, and a lot of people are just staying home. And, you know, due to that, if you're like me, staying at home, being quarantined and being sheltered in place, you're not able to go to work. And, you know, it's a record-breaking, I believe, 3.1 million people that have just filed for unemployment, and that amount and that number is probably increasing, and in comparison to the 2008 crisis, that's almost 4 times as much as you know, the employment rate before. And with that happening, a lot of people are looking elsewhere for income and jobs and ways to make money. And one of the big ways to make money right now is online, because people are simply just stuck at home, and people are just looking to leave their 9-to-5 position. So a lot of people are actually looking towards Amazon FBA. Now the question is, you know, whether or not it's currently worth it during the times of this crisis to actually start an Amazon FBA business. I personally think that it is worthwhile, and now is a good time to kind of take advantage of that opportunity, but some people think otherwise, and in this video that's exactly what I want to talk about. Let's go. What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Prestige Amazon FBA YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you guys found this channel out by a friend, or somebody referred you, or somebody let you know, or if you just stumbled upon it by searching YouTube, welcome to the channel. My name is Andy. I post YouTube content on Amazon FBA specific topics twice a week, so definitely consider subscribing if you're interested in anything Amazon FBA. I hope that this information helps, you know, whether you're completely new or have been around for a while. I'm pretty sure some of this information will definitely help you out. If you guys are interested in a free Facebook group, definitely check out Prestige Amazon FBA Mastermind. Super active group, growing every single day, so I think you'll find that useful as well. If you guys have an Instagram, check out @theofficialandylam, where I post daily content on Amazon FBA specific topics as well. Also, I'm doing free 30-minute coaching calls for every single video, so stay till the end of this video to figure out how you can be entered into winning that. So to start on this exact topic, you know, of whether or not Amazon FBA is still worth it, especially during the coronavirus, there's been a lot of mixed emotions and opinions about this specific topic. And for me, there's still a lot of mixed emotions in my own opinion. But a lot of these opinions that are posted online and shared in groups are very opinionated. There's not a lot of data-driven, you know, answers to this question. Some of the questions are some of the answers that are given are quite data-driven. But you know, there's a give and take for this specific topic. But I just wanted to again let you guys know what my take on this was. But if you guys have been out of the loop for, you know, Amazon news and updates about Amazon, there has been a suspension in place, and I do have a video about this. So definitely check out some of the previous videos that I made about the coronavirus and COVID-19 epidemic. But there has been a suspension in place for non-essential items. So what basically this was is Amazon deemed certain categories as essential and certain categories as non-essential. And I believe there was 5 categories. Definitely check out the last video. I think it was like health and household, beauty, baby, some other stuff. But definitely check it out. I explain more. I'll leave a link to that up here. Definitely go check that out. But it put an emphasis on certain essential items because of people's needs and desires and what people want when they're staying home. So Amazon definitely set that suspension in place until, you know, at the time of making this video, until April 5th. I'm not sure if I'm going to be releasing this after, but until then, they're slowly adding categories back into, you know, being unsuspended and being able to create fulfillment orders. Not to say that if you've already had a fulfillment order in place, then you're more than welcome to send inventory in, but anytime up to April 5th, and maybe it might be extended, you're not able to send additional inventory unless you're considered essential. And also, to deal with the demand, Amazon also went ahead and hired roughly 100,000 employees to kind of speed up that process and, you know, deliver things on time and keep to their prime shipping, you know, what they're known for. If you have shopped on Amazon lately, it's likely that you've seen, you know, delays in shipping. I've been trying to buy a mic for this camera to improve the audio quality for you guys, and you know, some of the shipping dates are a month out, you know, estimated to be a month out. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But with that said, Amazon has placed an emphasis on these essential items because they have seen such a increase in demand. So I made a couple of videos on this as well, and you know, people have seen tenfold sales increases, especially if you're selling things like toilet paper, hand sanitizer, diapers, I think baby wipes, hand soap, things like that. Like the really essential things to kind of keep yourself sanitized. And you know, side note, make sure you guys use hand sanitizer. If you guys go out, please limit your exposure to the outside. You'll definitely help the spread of coronavirus. But back to the video. My advice, if you plan on selling non-essential items, like the majority of the people who plan on selling on Amazon, especially right now, my advice is just to kind of hold off on that. If you plan on getting into categories and selling items like, you know, party supplies and outdoor sports equipment and, you know, things that aren't really essential, you can't really get those products into Amazon as well. Now, I'm not saying that you guys can stop or should stop your product research if you guys are already doing product research and getting into the process of sourcing. Again, you can't send products in for these non-essential items until April 5th. And, you know, as Amazon's increasing their staff, you know, they'll slowly start adding more categories that become not necessarily essential, but that you can ship in items for. So if you guys are already in the process and, you know, say your product research, you're getting your sample now or something like that, and it may take another month to get your product actually made, you should be fine in, you know, creating a fulfillment order on April 5th and then getting your product shipped in. With that said, as mentioned, you know, people are focused on buying essentials, so people aren't exactly focused on buying the non-essentials like party supplies and outdoor sports equipment like tents and things like that. With that said, a lot of people are saying that these are bad times and these are horrible times to actually go and launch a product on Amazon and put up a new product in the Amazon marketplace. Many people have argued that, you know, it is a great time to actually launch products and get that exposure while everybody else is kind of buying the essentials, and you may not have that competition, especially when just starting out. And that's exactly what I personally think. I think now is a pretty good time to be able to launch certain products. Now, with that said, because Amazon still has that suspension up for non-essential and essential items, if your product falls under, you know, this sliver of category of, say you are sourcing a product within those essential categories, and the product that you just happen to be sourcing isn't seeing a lot of demand. So I don't exactly have an example of this, but say your product isn't in as demand as toilet paper. Let's say your product is in health and household and you're still able to get your inventory in, but it's seeing a loss in sales. Now, the reason why I'm saying it's a good opportunity now is because, you know, of how previous launch strategies would work. In the past, and for the most part now, launch strategies are still, you know, relatively the same. You're not able to give out those deep discounts, but you still want to be able to show that your product is still in demand and that people are actually interested in the product that you're launching. So in Amazon's eyes, you want to be able to show them that people are actually looking for your product and that your product is actually making the sales that are competitive with your competitors. You want to be able to, you know, kind of stick and, you know, be able to compete with people leading your actual niche, or people actually leading, you know, certain keywords that you're fighting for. So you want to be able to show Amazon that, whether it may be through a PPC launch or whether it may be through like a rebate launch or a giveaway launch. You just need to be able to do that, and with the emphasis on, you know, demand on non-essential or the less demand on essential items, you may be able to take advantage of that in this case. So since people are, you know, not focusing on some certain essential items or what Amazon is considered essential, or what Amazon is considering essential, you can launch certain products with a lower launch or lower initial launch cost. So with that said, it's changed a little bit, but just to use this as an example, say, you know, your top competitor is used to doing like 50 orders a day or 50 units a day, but all of a sudden after coronavirus hit and COVID-19, not many people are focused on his type of product, which is the product that you plan to be launching as well. So maybe he's seeing 10 sales a day. So instead of you having to give out 50 sales a day, again, this has changed a bit, so you don't necessarily have to give out that many units, but since his sales have changed from, you know, 50 units to 10 sales a day, you therefore don't have to give out 50 units a day. You could give out, you know, 10 sales a day to kind of match his sales velocity. So hopefully that made sense to you guys. You can take advantage of these times to kind of launch certain products and not have to give away as many units or make as many sales to show Amazon that your product is really in demand and it has demand for your product. Now, on the other hand of this could be a negative aspect of this, but as the crisis kind of unravels and people are kind of still panicking, you know, a lot more people are money conscious, especially because the market is down and people are just focused on the essentials. A lot of people are kind of, you know, really picking and choosing and really shopping around for other products that they might find are more valuable or are safe for purchase. So typically it is hard to launch a product without much social proof, but during these times it may be even more difficult because people might be just going for whatever has the most reviews. So if you're fresh, you're launching, you might have, you know, 1 to 10 reviews. Somebody might not, you know, opt into actually purchasing your product. They might see it, they might click on it, but then they might say, you know, oh, this guy only has, you know, 5 reviews, but this guy has, you know, 1,000 or 500 or 200. You know, there's more social proof. So people are looking to social proof more so than ever, in my personal opinion, right now, just because there's that actual social proof, and they don't want to be, you know, wasting time, wasting money, and they want to limit their interaction. So people are even conscious. For me, myself, I'm even worried about picking up packages that I get from Amazon just because the coronavirus can stay on certain services for a very long time. But besides the point, people are more, you know, people are more conscious of actually purchasing things that they trust. So this could be a negative effect. In my personal opinion, I think it's still worthwhile if you're able to send your products in still now. And if Amazon makes that extension, I think it's still a really good opportunity. Their suspension extension. I think it's still a really good opportunity to be able to take advantage of lower initial launch costs and just the opportunity itself. Again, this is just my personal take and my opinion on whether or not if it's a good time to launch a product and it's a good time to start your Amazon FBA business. Of course, if you have the capital, I always think it's a good time to start your Amazon FBA business. I will personally be launching products during these times, and hopefully by the time, you know, the follow-up video comes out, I'll be able to give you guys an update of whether or not it was actually worth it. And if we're still struggling with the pandemic, then you'll be able to know, and I'll give you a live update, and yeah, hopefully that'll help you guys out. But hopefully this video helped you guys out too. Again, this is just my perspective and my opinions, and this is the opinions of some other big sellers as well. I sat through some webinars, and you know, this is what they've said, and this is what I kind of confirm on my end. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, be sure to drop a like. If you have any questions or comments or your personal thoughts, definitely drop them down in the comments below. If you guys are interested in that free 30-minute coaching call, definitely like this video, comment down below, #PrestigeAmazonFBA, and subscribe to the channel. And if you guys enjoyed this video or are interested in any other videos or future videos, definitely consider subscribing as well. Anyway, I truly appreciate it. But as always, I thank you guys for staying to the end of this video. Definitely grab the cheat sheet down below. Super useful if you guys are just starting out. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.